Hello, thank you so much for joining me. This is a total body strength workout. So you need a wide variety of hand weights. We do have a wide row at one point. You can do a wide row with 2 dumbbells if you'd like, or you can do it with a barbell, which I have already set up. I'm also going to do this workout without shoes on. I do have my sticky socks. One, because for a lot of strength training movements, the more spread out you can get your foot on the ground, the better balance and form you'll have. The other reason is just because I'm too lazy to put my shoes on right now. Just how it is on a Tuesday. We have sets of 2 different exercises. We'll do them anywhere from 6 to 12 repetitions per exercise. I will be doing 10 unless I hit failure, and then I'll just be doing as many as I can. We do each set 3 times through, so you're welcome to use progressive overload, whereby you add on more weight with each round. Sometimes I choose to do that if it's easy for me to transition my weights. Sometimes, just to be able to keep the time and keep the pace, I'm just gonna go with the heaviest weight that I think I can successfully complete all 3 rounds. Successful completion means with proper form in each of the movements. A lot of the movements are compound, so we have upper and lower body working together, and some are just traditional, classic, static, single muscle groups. So with that said, the last thing is that we are gonna warm up with a foam roller. We won't be rolling for a very long time. It's not a relaxation roll. It's just a mobilization and a blood flow roll, I like to say. So let's roll, and I'll push play. Okay. So let's start with this foam roller, and let's sit down on it. And we'll take a couple forward fold, flowing stretches. Good. So it's right in the crease of your glutes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Starting to notice your breath. Good. Hold here in this fold. Couple breaths. And come on up. Good. So now we will take our hands back behind our body and then pull our hips forward and back. This is also a bit of a wrist warm up. You can turn your hands in any way that's comfortable for you. I have also been sitting on a desk for a long time today, sitting at a desk. So this is really nice for my hamstrings. A couple more times. Good. Okay, and release. Take one calf to the foam roller. Roll it inside and outside your calf. I like to bend my knee here. And I'm just going across, side to side, as well as up and down. Good. Okay, and then we'll switch sides. Foam roll the opposite calf. Little wiggles here. I just think even the process of sitting on the ground and getting this movement is a nice warm-up. Good. Okay, and now bring your feet underneath your body. Good. We'll take the foam roller. Well, first actually, let's find a child's pose. Toes together, knees apart, and then let the foam roller drag your torso forward, lengthening your back. Tuck your chin, curve your spine, and draw the foam roller in. Let it drag you out. You might start by using your hands one at a time to push the foam roller along. But once you kind of get the flow of it, you can just press your fingers to the foam roller and let it drag all the way to your elbows. And then roll in, and you don't have to come all the way up. Keep your glutes on your ankles so the stretch is in the spine. One more round. Good. Okay. Leave the foam roller underneath your body as you come to quadruped or tabletop position. From here, rock your hips and your head side to side, getting a side body stretch in the spine. Good. Okay, now we'll use the foam roller for a thread the needle. So turn the foam roller parallel with your body. place one hand up on it and then let the foam roller pull your elbow underneath your body as you bend the opposite elbow to slide through. So we come up and pull through. I popped like 3 bones right there the first time. I hope you did too. Pressing into the foam roller can make this stretch more invigorating. Final one. Good, and center. Let's switch. So palm faces up. We allow the foam roller to drag our arm through, and then we draw in. This is one of my favorite ways to use a foam roller. I just get such a deeper stretch. We're doing this though with our spine. We try not to let the hip drop down. And come up. Excellent. Okay, flex your feet, coming into toes pose here. Take the foam roller in your hands and then draw circles with the foam roller over your torso. Rotate your rib cage. I know it feels weird, but it's good for us. Switch direction. Great, and release. All right, we foam roll the quadriceps. We can have both legs on the foam roller, elbows to the ground as a shoulder warm up, and then just saw your torso forward and backward as the foam roller runs up and down your legs. Oh my goodness, this is one of those moments when we realize that we're very sore from whatever we did yesterday or 2 days ago. Woo! Here's 2. And 1. Nice. Okay, so now we'll use the foam roller for another mobility motion. Lay down on the ground. Flex your right leg and bring the foam roller perpendicular to your body. So it's going to be underneath your knee, cutting off the thigh. And now this is a full body motion. So you'll roll to a closed position on your left hip, left leg is long, and then you'll roll to an open hip motion, belly facing the ground. So you close and you open. Another one that looks weird but feels so good. Good. Each time the foam roller can pull that leg a little bit further out. Okay. All right, now we're gonna set ourselves up with our belly facing the ground, our foot resting on the ground, and the foam roller is somewhere below your inner thigh where it doesn't hurt too bad to just exist. Engage your core. We don't want to dump into the back here. Now raise the foot off the ground and release. Lift and lower. Just 4 more because I don't want you to start letting your back drop to the ground. We're pressing that inner thigh into the roller. 1 more. Nice. And now roll back to your closed position. Great. We'll switch sides. I'm going to flip over so you can see me. Okay. So we have the same thing on the opposite side. So first we'll start with the full open and close. Right leg straight, left knee on the roller. We'll open the thigh, letting it pull us out, and then draw it in. Open, let it pull, and in. Obviously, sorry, I should have said earlier, you need a yoga mat today. We have a lot of movements on the ground. Notice if one thigh is tighter than the other. Good. 1 more. Okay, so now set yourself up. It's kind of like Sphinx or Cobra pose. Rest your left foot on the ground. Left thigh is on the roller. It should be a 90-degree angle. From here, engage your belly. Lift your left foot off the ground. Pop it on, off, and on. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Whew. Every time I do that, I'm like, I should do this every day. All right, we've been done with our foam roller. We are ready to begin our workout. So it starts with a squat and a front press as our first exercise. I suggest going pretty light with this movement. I'm actually probably gonna start with 2.5 kilograms because my lower back is a little funky sometimes. So when we squat, we press front, in, and stand. It won't be your heaviest weight because it's a lot of core work to be able to push the weight forward and maintain your squat. Then we have a 1 1-1-2 lat raise. So you'll look like this. You'll grab onto 2 hand weights. It'll be a 1, and a 2, okay? I'm just gonna do 8 total reps of that. Like I said before, if you want progressive overload, you can go light the first round and add on weight as you go. Like I said again, 6 to 12 reps, I'll hit 10 or so. You don't have to be on my pace, but I remind you, if you're looking to build strength, slower is better. Set up your squat position. I'll count to my 10, you count to your whatever, we finish together. Here we go. This feels a little bit light to start, but I'm really focused on my lower back. I wanna make sure that I'm keeping a neutral spine throughout the exercise. And I'm not gonna go so low because my lower back tends to tilt and wobble. That's fine, I'm still gonna get then the best work for me. But if you can go lower with a strong core and a strong lower back, then you should. It's also shoulder work here. I've got one more. Great, okay. Lat raise 1-1-2. Good. Elbows are bent here. We're doing like a cactus version, not the strict bodybuilding version. Here we go. Start with your weaker arm. 1, 2 is 1. 1, 2 is 2. 1, 2 is 3. Now this is a lot of repetition. If you only get 6 total sets, that makes sense. This is actually more than 1 in each set. Pull the shoulders back into your socket, especially if you get a repetitive clicking motion in your shoulders when you do this. It's almost like the sensation of being barrel chested, almost like a militaristic sort of posture. I think I have 3 more. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm going with. Whew! I got 1 more. Really rotating my elbow up, keeping my hand in line with my elbow. Rest. Oh. Okay, little breather, and then we go back. I'm adding on weight for the second round. Those. Okay, so, and it also kind of depends on the shape of your dumbbell, what you can hold. Squat front press, 6 to 12 reps. Go for it. I also find my squat stance is slightly different here. It's kind of like a sumo squat. My toes go a little bit straighter. That's what works for me. Try not to rush the plate press. Really feeling those quads. I'm glad we foam rolled them. I think I have 1 more. Whew, feeling that by the end. Okay, lat raise, 1-1-2. I think I have to stand this way. If it's quite easy, you can do a straight arm lat raise. I might try that this time. Go when you're ready. I also notice less clicking this way, so I think I'm gonna stick with this for now. We don't wanna find a repetitive clicking that could mean that we just have some knot or a knot, some knots that need to be loosened up. Could also be like a postural imbalance. There's lots of reasons why, but We don't want to stay with that click, probably for pretty obvious reasons. It's just not very comfortable. After this class, you can also foam roll your upper body if you'd like. Maybe we'll do that at the end. I've lost count. I think I have 3 more. Really feeling the burn. Watch yourself in a mirror. Hands should line up with each other. I believe this is my final one. Yes. Okay, little stretch. I might try to go up in weight for the next one. Do a quick shoulder stretch. Ankle roll, that'll help with the squat. All right, final round through this. I'm also gonna get a bigger hand weight. Sometimes just changing the size, even though it's the exact same weight, just a different shape. Sometimes that can help with your form, depending on your body. 6 to 12, you're on the clock, go. No holding breath. Woo! And again, if you hit fatigue at the end and you can't get all the way, that is a good thing. If you challenge yourself enough to get there, that is great. Ugh. And I should say, we should all be getting to fatigue. What I mean is failure, which means you can't do one more rep in good form. Okay, 1, 1, 2, I'm going heavier with my weights here. So I'm bend my elbows and I'm gonna do the strict version of the movement, which is elbows slightly out to the side, hands in front of the hips. Here we go. And that's because these weights are considerably heavier than the other 2. Oh, I might only be able to do 6, we'll see. Watching my form closely in the mirror, staying really focused. You should be too. I've only got 2 more in me because I know I'm gonna lose my form. Whew. This is when having like tiny little weight variations really helps. I had to double my weight from the last one. Ugh. But as long as I get 6, it's still successful. Although I'm losing my form here. Rest. Or you rest when you're like, finish yours. You got time. You got time. I think my cat saw another cat. Where is it? Okay. All right, when you're done, interlace your fingers, lift your chest, rock it. Okay, cool, round 1 done. We're moving on to a static lunge bicep curl. This actually has 3 parts to this set. So static lunge, 1 leg back, 1 leg forward. As you lunge, you curl, so 2 moves in 1. Compound exercise, lunge curl, and then we've got a basic Romanian deadlift, which I actually might do with my barbell. Give me a second here, I'm gonna add more weight to my barbell. I just got this barbell and I forget I have it. How exciting. Why am I putting the weight on the barbell? Because when we do RDLs or any form of deadlift, we can lift really heavy weights, and a barbell makes that a little bit easier for the body to do. Grab your bicep curl weight. I might start light, add on. Okay, let's all start with the left leg back. Left hand has the weight. Again, 6 to 12. Tuck those abs, here you go. Elbow stays glued to the body. There's no swing forward and backward. Good. Here's 9. Here's 10. For me, great. That was a little light, but I'm gonna stick with my 10. There we go. I probably should have done 12, I just didn't think about it. But if it was quite light and I didn't feel like I had worked very hard, I should have gone up to 12. I'm not gonna go up onto 12 on this side because I want to keep things even. Okay, RDLs, Romanian deadlift or full deadlift if you have a barbell like me, all the way on and off the ground. I'm gonna do the RDL version though because I like that narrow stance for the center glute work. All right, so the most important thing is to keep your back flat, roll your shoulder blades back, and keep the weights close to your body. Here you go, try for a 2 count up and down. 6 to 12 reps. Oh yeah, this is that weight I've been looking for. If you're holding dumbbells, they can be just to the sides of your leg on the diagonal. Welcome back, Coco baby. What did you go running to look at? Oh yeah, feeling that shake. We have a lot of grounded exercises today, so enjoy this standing shake. Squeeze your shoulder blades together on your spine. Keep them squeezed. That was my 10. Woo. Okay. Round 2. I have a slight problem. All of my 5-pound weights, 5 kilograms are there. So, I'm gonna add a little guy extra. All right, if you need to do a hammer curl version, that's okay, just depending on the shape of your weight. Hammer curls with the palm face in. All right, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Ready, let's set it up. Opposite side, left hand has the weight, lunge, curl, go. I'm gonna do 10 again. Now 10 is appropriate since I added more weight. Make sure that back heel is staying lifted the whole time. We don't want rotation in the back leg, you can hurt your knee. There's that burn in the bicep. Woo! Amazing what 1.25 kilograms can do. All right, my 10 is done. I'm moving on and go. If your lunge feels really unstable, try to spread your legs slightly wider, but make sure the knees push in line with the toes, not to the center. Full range, elbow at the bottom, full extension. Oh, I did my 10. Woo, okay. A little bit shaky in the legs. Let's go to deadlifts, focusing on glutes and hamstrings. You know your count, 6 to 12. And we're off. Tempo. And as far as the deadlift goes, you want to stop when your glutes stop moving backward. So I'm quite flexible, so I need to be careful to watch myself and stop the movement when the glutes stop. I don't need to go all the way to the ground in a Romanian deadlift. Shoulders back. You should feel like you're shaving your legs with those weights. Whew. Rest. I need an energy kiss, Coco baby. Dun, dun, dun. Energy kiss achieved. I'm ready for the final round. Okay. Static lunge, curl. As the leg goes back, I start with my left arm because this is my weaker arm. Ready, go. Torso is vertical. There we go. I'm actually feeling the back leg a bit more than normal with these weights. It's a cool aspect of the motion. You're off, or I'm off at least. Make sure the lunge isn't too deep. It should look like a 90-degree angle in both legs when you're at the bottom of the motion. Good. No arch in the spine, just neutral, rest. I caught myself starting to do that. Okay, well, rest for me. Okay, you're on to your 6 or 12 with your Romanian deadlifts. I'm not gonna add on any weight, this is enough. Progressive overload can also happen over the course of many workouts, not just in the one workout. I'm off. Now that I'm tired, I really gotta focus on form. Looking in a mirror or something like that can really help. Try not to curl up your toes. I often catch people, like gripping the ground with their toes here. Use your hamstrings and your glutes. Almost there. Oh, the music is slowing down. Slow down with it. Slow on this final one. And slow. Rest for me. Oh yeah. That got the sweat moving. Okay. Woo! Wipe it off. Moving on. So the next exercise you can do seated in a chair or on the ground. It's more difficult on the ground. We've got our overhead tricep extension with a 1 down, 3 up tempo. So it's fast, slow to the top, 6 to 12 reps. Then we have a sit up with a twist. You'll have one hand weight for this exercise. I should probably grab my proper weights here. Maybe I'll use this. So for your sit up with a twist, lightweight or heavyweight, you'll come down to the ground, sit up and twist like half of a Russian twist. And for this, I'm gonna do a total of 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, count. All right, so it's that overhead tricep extension. You can sit in any way that's comfortable. I'm gonna sit with my legs straight out to the front and flex. It's comfortable, but it keeps my spine neutral, and it's difficult. All right, here we go. We're off. 1 down, 3, 2, 1 is 1. 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, as little as 6, as many as 12. I'm done. Okay, I'm actually gonna keep this lightweight for my sit up and twist. If this bothers your back, you can grab another yoga mat to go below you. Go. 1, 2. Try to roll down with control. Hips stay stable when you twist. Try not to let the knees fall to the center. I'm only telling you stuff that I'm catching myself doing. I think that's done. If I count wrong, it's okay. You do you. All right, this is actually pretty difficult with my legs out in front. I'm going a little lighter than I normally do in triceps. If your legs are extended, they must be very strong and straight with toes flexed. Ankles flexed. Here you go. Triceps, tempo is 1 down, 3 to the top, or you can think fast and slow. Breath coordinated with your movement. Exhaling through the most difficult part. This is also core work if you're seated on the ground, because your spine should not be moving at all. Okay, I'm done with that set. If you find that your feet are lifting in the sit-ups, you can always put your feet underneath a couple of dumbbells. All right, I'm doing 12. It's easier if you keep the weight further from your body. This set. All right, we have one more round. Let's do it. Sometimes I just gotta take a moment to breathe, go. Gotta think about it, gotta say, Emily, you can do it. What do you think, Coco baby? That was halfway. Oh. Oh, man. That's good. That's good stuff. Okay, I'm ready for my sit-ups. I am ready to go, and I'm off. It can help not to start with your knees too wide. If you start with them too wide, it's really easy to lose that strong, centered foundation. I think that's done. I don't know, I totally lost count. This is why we don't do a lot of repetition workouts. Okay, that's done. I'm gonna take a little stretch here, cross my feet, and then reach forward, stretching my back. Come up and switch feet. We're staying on the ground for the next exercise, and it is a good idea to stretch your back for it. Good. And then a little tricep stretch, pulling the elbow down with my opposite hand. I'll show you what I mean. And we switch. Okay, so next we have bridges, and I just realized I can use my barbell excited. So we have bridges, the count is again, up fast, down slow, 1 and 3. And then we have a chest fly, so it's an open palm motion. What am I gonna use for that? I'm still trying to figure out my weight systems here. So grab the weights that you're gonna use. Chest fly, you typically use a lighter weight than you would normally use because we tend not to be as strong in the fly as the press. Less muscles available to us. All right, get good heavy weights. We have time here to transition to get nice heavy weights. This is not a cardio focused workout, it's strength. So it's good to take time to get set up and to rest so you can come back in stronger with the heaviest weights possible. Barbells at home without the rest of the apparatus are not easy to use. So if you see me looking like a not very graceful mess, that's right. Okay, set yourself up for your bridge. Feet in a slightly wider than parallel stance, slightly wider. Find a neutral spine, pubic bone in line with those hip bones. We press up 1, down 3, 6 to 12 reps. Go. 3, 2, 1. Up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. Keep going. When the hips go up, the belly stays strong. We want to support the back, 360 degrees. Whew, I think I have 3 more. Slow, really find the slow. You're gonna be tempted to go faster as you get tired. Don't let it happen. And rest. Okay, so if you want to rest with the barbell on your hips, you can, if that's comfortable for you. We want to pull our shoulders underneath our body for the chest fly. So if there's a slight arch at the back, that's okay. Hands in line with ribs. It's 2-2 count. Open, 2, close, 2. At the bottom, elbows and maybe biceps lightly touch the ground. Try not to hold your breath. You probably just heard me. I was holding mine. Exhale through the hardest part. Okay, that's me done there. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little pelvic tilt here just real fast. Press my lower back to the ground to release it before I go into round 2 of bridges. All right, up 1, down slow. Ready, go. We wanna try to keep our shoulders underneath our body here. I know it's kind of hard, but that just will protect your spine. Even though we go up fast, we don't want to just dump into the lower back. Gotta go up with controlled and a neutral spine. Knees always over ankles. Whew. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna roll this off this time because I am gonna add on more weights for the next round. We go back into our chest fly. The most common mistake I see with chest fly is that people have their weights near their neck. We want the weights near the mid ribs. Okay, go when you're ready. You don't have to wait for me in this class. If you need to experiment with the breath a little bit to find what works, that's fine. Keep those shoulder blades squeezed together. If all of a sudden you start feeling a click, try to pull the shoulders back into the socket, hold them there. You might lessen your range of motion. The hands do not need to come together at the top. They should just stay over your shoulders. I think we have 3 more, or I do. And remember, you can do up to 12 if it's easy. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna add just a pop of another weight at the end, knowing this is the final round. Ugh. Hopefully they don't fall off. Okay. All right, when you're ready, I'm ready. Check the knees are over feet, heels are close to glutes. Go. The closer to the glutes your heels are, the more it is a glute exercise. Further away will be more hamstrings. And for your body, you'll be able to find the spot that works best so you can target the glutes, not the low back. A little low back strengthening, yes, we need it here. But we don't want this to just be a lower back exercise and potentially a painful one. I close my eyes here. I focus, mindful, so zen. Yet I am still unable to keep the count. I've got one more, I think. When you're coming up, make sure you roll your spine up. The most dangerous time in a motion or an exercise is usually transitioning out of it. All right, final round chest fly, go. I like to inhale down, exhale up. Now, if it is super heavy, you can hold your breath. You would inhale super deep, use the inhale breath to stabilize your spine as you completed the motion, but that's typically done with like Olympic weightlifting, really heavy stuff. And you typically would be wearing a belt, so you could feel your torso press into the belt as a stabilizing tactile feedback. Woo, yes, okay. That's done. I'm gonna stretch my chest by bringing my hands behind my body, pinkies toward the center, puff up the chest. Even if you're not lifting your heaviest today, just the fact that you're here, the fact that you're consistent, that means the world. That's more important than what's actually happening, just that you're consistent with working out. That's where the change occurs. All right, my friends, we have one more on the ground. We've got push-ups and a bird dog. So this is a lot of core. For the bird dog, if you want a very light weight in your hand or an ankle weight, you're welcome to grab that. I'm not gonna use the ankle weight because I already did a bar class today. That was plenty. But I am gonna use a light weight in my hand over my head because I like the effect on my shoulder. So first is a push-up. If push-ups tend to bother your wrists, you can do your push-ups on a dumbbell or some sort of lift like these 2 plates, whereby your palm is on the plate and your fingers are off. If you need to do push-ups on your knees, I suggest you do them on a chair instead. 6 to 12 repetitions, and you're off. I'm gonna start at 8. And then I'm actually gonna try to add on more as we go for progressive overload. Okay. Okay. Good girl, Coco baby. All right. So we find a tabletop position here, or quadruped. And if you can use a weight, do it. I actually don't know if I'm gonna be able to use these weights, but we'll see how it happens. So left arm, right leg goes back, belly stays strong. Right arm, left leg goes back. I'm gonna do 12. I'm dropping these weights. So that's 10. Here's 9. Most important part, belly stays up. This is kind of an underrated core exercise, but it's actually really good for our core if we can keep the shoulders and hips squared and the abs pulled up and in. I'm rotating my palm to face inside, but I can also try it with my palm to face the ground and really work on not shrugging. Really work on pulling the shoulder blade down. I think that's one more. And release. So the key there is not to let the belly drop toward the ground. Okay, we're on to our push-ups again. I'm gonna try to add one more, so I'll be going for 9. Here we go. Lead with your chest, not your head. Whew! This is actually a lot of shoulders in one move. I didn't think about that, but I'm noticing it. If your shoulders are fried, what you can do is just keep your elbows on the ground and lift one leg and then the other to 12. You can also put a dumbbell underneath your knee and lift with that dumbbell. It's up to you. Don't rush it. This is also good for our mental health. This right-left movement. All right, one more set. One more round, I should say. Pretty easy. And then after that, it is one more set. All right, arms. You got it. I'm going for 10, but if my form fails, I'll stop. Go. Woo. One more. Press your thumb into the ground. Oh, really spread your fingers out. Keep your thumbs pressed. Okay. Bird dog, caca, woof. Go. I like to exhale up, inhale down, because it helps me keep my core engaged. There we go. Oh, take a moment. I'll actually turn my palms face open, pull my fingers back toward my elbow with a straight elbow, and then switch. And release. Okay, great. We have just one more set of exercises. So we will stand up. We've got a bent over row and a suitcase squat. This bent over row is a wide arm row, as I mentioned earlier. So I need a moment to set up my barbell. If you have dumbbells, you're focused on pulling them out to the side. They should be in line with your belly button. Now our suitcase squat, we need 2 heavy weights. I'm going to use a kettlebell because I like the size. And the idea is you're picking up 2 suitcases on both sides and getting the fuck out of here. I mean, you're picking up 2 suitcases and then you're putting them back down. I don't know how YouTube feels that. Did YouTube catch it? Did they catch it? This is a not safe for little children's ears workout. This is mommy time, all right? Mommy can say whatever she wants when she's exercising. All right, it starts with a suitcase squat. So I'll grab these light weights. I like a suitcase squat because there is like a little bit of a back stretch. So it's basically a deadlift with weight on each side, and we stand all the way up and set down. And the idea is even when you come back, we're trying to, so I think the issue I most often see is people will go down to a certain level with their butt and then they'll let their chest drop, and then to come out, they'll lift their chest and then lift their butt. But I want it to be a completely flat hinge motion, like a door opening and closing. 6 to 12. Ready, narrow stance or parallel stance. Go. Ideally all the way to the ground. Sit far back. Neck stays neutral in line with spine. Knees do not need to lock at the top. I just caught myself doing that. Nice. Okay. It's all right. I can have weight. Same motion here with the bent over row. The more parallel you get to the ground, the more difficult, which is a good thing. So hands are wide. I like my bent over row with a suicide grip, as they say. Shoulders back and down, hinge as low as you can go. To the belly button, 6 to 12. Maybe a 2 count. Or it's an up 1, down 3. Barbell here, or weights, should be moving vertically. So it's not like a rowing motion, it's a vertical. Okay, I can definitely add weight onto that next round. I'm going back to my suitcase squats. Got the big boys. Okay, parallel stance. If your back is a little tight after that, give yourself a half circle, and I'm going for it. Squeeze your shoulder blades in, lats, go. Knees stay in line with toes. Okay, that changed things. That changed things. Give myself a little wiggle. All right, add on slightly more weight. Round 2. I know. We can do it. Wide armed here. Once again, a narrow stance, almost the same back orientation. Go. So mine is a little less toward my belly button, a little more toward my bottom ribs, that's okay. Make sure the back is long, no arch. Elbows go wide. High. One more. Oh, whew. Okay. We have one more set. I hope you're feeling it as much as I am. Oh, I can't move my legs. Again, just gonna do it over here. I'm just doing it on this side. I don't need to move them to the center. Shoulders back, abs braced, feet flat, go. Exhale in here. I'm going kind of fast. I should slow down. Sit down, don't bend over. Sit back. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay. We have our final round of rows. Come on. Wide. Let's go. Just 10 or even 6. Come on. Music will come on. One more. Oh. When you're done, come on down into a frog pose. Let your hands go forward, relax your head. Oh. We have done it. Good job. Okay. So unwind from your frog pose. Come on down to any Sphinx. Elbows under shoulders. Let your heart go through your hands. Good. And let your head gently rock side to side. And now come on down. Bring your left arm out to the shape of a cactus. Bring your right foot over, left ear to the mat. Stretch your chest, stretch your hamstring. Right hand is light on the ground. And now we come through center and switch. Right elbow out to a cactus, left foot up, and then it crosses over. Opening chest and hip. This class was requested by Lo. Thank you, Lo, for asking for what your body wanted. Okay, now come into the center. Both hands underneath shoulders. Push back into ball pose. So knees are touching, feet are touching, palms are face up by your feet, forehead on the ground. And now come up to a seat. And as promised, we'll get that foam roller one more time to roll out our upper back. It'll feel nice. And then take a few breaths. So grab the foam roller. Again, bring it just below your shoulder blades. Bring your hands behind your head. And you'll roll basically from the tops of your shoulders down to your mid back. And of course you can roll wherever you want. That's just where I'm suggesting. Oh, it feels good. My legs are a little shaky from that workout. So this isn't so easy. That's okay. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is go all the way up to the very tops of my shoulders. I'm gonna move my body weight just to one side and just roll the very top of my shoulder on that side. Hoping to release any tension that might have built up there. And then I'm gonna go to the other side. Good. And then I'm gonna go to the center and come on down. I'm gonna let the foam roller rest just around the bottom of my ribs and really lightly roll it. For a lot of us, it gets quite tense there where the kind of ribs end and then you've got that no man's land with the low back. Just enjoying the well-deserved massage. Good. And now let's all do one final low back stretch. So you'll sit up onto the roller and then carefully wind your way back. We always want our knees bent when that happens. And then keep your knees towards your chest. Allow the foam roller to support your low back. Oh yeah, that's the release we need after all that back work. If it feels good, you can even bring your legs all the way up. Hi, Kitsy. Thank you for joining me, Kitsy Cat. Kitsy says, job well done. Thanks, Kitsy. You did a good job too. Couple more breaths in this nice back stretch. Woo! Okay. If you're still on the foam roller, set one foot down on the ground at a time, and then engage your glutes, lift your hips, move the foam roller out, come back down. Everyone roll to one side, and then come up to a seat. Good. Let's take a breath. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Give yourself a bow. Thank you so much for joining me for this strength workout. Thank you for requesting it low. If you want more workouts like this and the ability to request them, you can comment below or join my Patreon. The link is in the description below.